Do they blend in? Ooh, this is the best purchase I've ever made to date. Hi friends, my name is Fried Chicken. Happy Christmas, something, whatever, holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I'm gonna try to do weekly vlogs, sort of like Vlogmas, just not daily because that'll kill me, you know that. No promises though. Also, if you didn't see already, we finally have merch, new merch. As you can see, that poster behind me, I'll put it up right here. This is on for sale right now. There's a limited amount. It was made by an amazing artist. Go follow them right here. And it's signed by me personally because I had all of them shipped to me. I signed all 250 of them and sent it back. So get them all you can. Also, we have Levi plushies for once. If you don't know who Levi is, he's the middle child of the family. Right there in his fish tank. Here's a close-up of him and his plushie, so go get those while those last. Now that that's done, let's talk about Miss Selena. And as you can assume, I'm only gonna be using her products because, like, obviously, but this is not sponsored, unfortunately. But I wouldn't mind a sponsor, just, you know, my DMs are always open. I feel like not a lot of people bring this up, and I'm not the type to really talk about it on my channel. I just mainly do like YouTube videos, but outside of YouTube, sometimes companies invite you to like events or just meetups, you know, you get to just talk to the people who work at the company, etc. It's like a PR event, public relations, which still have no idea what that really means. So a few weeks ago, Rare Beauty reached out to me and they invited me to go meet Selena Gomez in New York City because she was like filming, oh, I can't say that. She was doing something in the city and they wanted me to meet her for an event, and that was their first like in-person Rare Beauty event, I'm pretty sure. And a lot of y'all gave me questions like who, what, when, where, why, how did you meet her? So I'm just gonna answer those today. How does this even happen in the first place? Well, occasionally on my Instagram and TikTok, I post videos talking about Rare Beauty and like their products because I'm a little bit of a YouTuber on there besides just on here. And sometimes the brand notices and they like ask me, can we repost your Instagram photo? Like, can we repost your TikTok? Oh my god, thank you so much for using our products. They've sent me DMs before saying, hey, can we have your address? I was like, of course. Of course! But I wouldn't say I'm a dedicated beauty vlogger, YouTuber, because I don't like doing that. I do it occasionally, you know, it's not like my job, I would say. It's mainly this. I talk to y'all more than I do Instagram and TikTok. And even when I do beauty tutorials, it's not like a professional setup, like I'm just in my bedroom. So I never consider myself in that category. But I guess it was enough for them to invite me to an event because only 10 people got invited and I was like, why me? I thought it would be a lot more people because I had been invited to a screening before prior to this. Y'all might have seen on my stories. Selena was in a show on Hulu, Only Murders in the Building, and they invited like a ton of people to go see the event. So I was like, oh, this is the same thing. Like, it's not just gonna be intimate. And I asked them, can I bring a +1? Like, Joey wants to see them, and they're like, no, it's a very small setting. Like, it's in her apartment. I was like, apartment? What? Turns out it's a hotel room, but either way, we're just 10 people in a room. So I was like, okay, I see, I'm understanding. I've never done anything like this beforehand, by the way. Like, I've been to 2 events total. So you can probably assume one was very nervous to do this because I don't know about you, but meeting a celebrity in person, being able to speak to them, be face to face, not really a common thing in my life. I also never watched Disney growing up, so I don't have that attachment to her, but I still knew of, obviously, like, I'm not stupid. So they gave us a location, I took the subway there, and I did my makeup. I didn't do too much because I thought we had to wear masks, so I only did my eye makeup, and I had like some acne showing, you know, some of my scars. I was like, it's fine. And then right as I got on the subway, I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? These are all beauty gurus. Of course they're all gonna be in full faces of makeup. No one's gonna be barefaced. I'm the only one who's gonna be barefaced, and I think I was. At least I had the least amount of makeup on, I think. They told us to dress casual, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go full on dress. Like, I'll wear this. I had a green jacket to go with it. Here's the whole picture if you're curious. Felt pretty confident with myself because that's like my typical going out outfit. I get there, okay. First thing I see is like a group of women who are all in black. Leather jacket, I see a Gucci belt, so I'm like, okay, I think this is the right spot. I didn't really talk to anyone before that. They were already in a conversation, so I like didn't want to intrude, but I did meet the person who reached out to me in the first place, the PR team, who, might I just say, like, if y'all are watching, they are so nice. I'll get to that in a second, but like, they are so nice, so cool. Point is though, I was very intimidated going in because this is technically my first event meeting a celebrity and I have never done anything like this, and I felt underdressed. Mainly. You know, this is a beauty event. You're not in a full face of makeup. What are you doing, Frederic? Eventually, I think someone noticed I wasn't speaking, so they like introduced themselves to me, started talking to them. Apparently, people flew in from like Florida, and it was everyone on the East Coast. Like out of everyone, only 10 people were chosen. And I was one of those 10. I'm like, listen, y'all have millions on Instagram. Y'all do like Instagram tutorials every day. I have posted like 3 mentioning Rare Beauty, I think. So there we go. Not gonna lie, it kind of felt like when you get into college and then suddenly everyone's like telling you how they got in. Like, oh, I had a perfect SAT. I have done this, like this many clubs. I was #1, I was class president, and then you're just there like, oh, I guess I just got in. Not that it matters. It obviously shouldn't, but we know we judge each other on that stuff. First impression, like, some people side at you when you're the one who doesn't get a perfect score and like, oh, you got into this college? You know, they give you that look. I'm not saying they did that. I just internally thought they were doing that to me. Eventually someone I know shows up and I was like, thank God, like you were the one person who I knew before this. We can actually talk. She's also from New York City. Her name is Vanessa. If y'all know Cut Crease on Instagram, she does like amazing liner tutorials. But like other people who were there were literally Nabella, who is like founder of Pure Cosmetics, who, if you don't know, like it's a big beauty brand, and she's also like, she's just a famous person in general. And it was so embarrassing when she introduced herself to me. I was like, why does Nabella sound familiar? And I just blanked there, like, I'd probably be offended too. She didn't give the impression of like, oh, you don't know who I am, but I just felt embarrassed for not knowing her name because I've heard of it before. And if you're really in the beauty community, you would know her instantly. So I just felt a little bit embarrassed, but eventually we went to the upstairs room where we got to meet Selena, and it was fun because we did like a little activity with everyone. We got to see Selena in person. We got to speak to her. She talked to us about just the brand, like the formal stuff. And while everyone was doing the fun activities, she would bring someone out one by one to do content and like take pictures, and that's where I did this video. So to everyone who said that I wouldn't actually meet Selena.
Frederic! Hi! Oh my gosh, honey.
I proved y'all wrong.
Oh, I was gonna flip it off, but I didn't
you can do it too. Do you want to? I was very proud of that one. Very proud. And talking about Selena herself, yes, she is that pretty in person. Her skin is that perfect in person, and she is that nice in person. I don't care what anyone says. She is that genuine. She's just humble. She acts like a normal person, and I can appreciate that. So there was technically 2 events. That was the first one. The other one was a dinner that would be happening like later on in the evening. It was a private dinner. Selena wasn't there herself, but the whole team was there, and the other people who showed up in the first place were going there. We got free stuff. Obviously, like they gave me this little bag, this pouch that has Rare Beauty right here. It had a bunch of mini goodies inside, like this stuff. Like, isn't that so cute? This mirror that says I am beautiful in the corner, which Selena herself wanted to add. Like, it's just cute stuff. Highlight though is this freaking tote bag. Like, I bring this everywhere now. But I don't want this video to come across as, oh, look at my life, look at me brag, because I wanted to talk about how it feels to be part of this stuff. Because I don't know about you, I'm just a college student who like makes videos, and I still want to feel that way. I don't feel like fame has gotten to my head because I don't really consider myself famous, because I don't think YouTubers should be famous. That might be a controversial opinion, but it's just how I feel. But I just felt left out there. Not because I couldn't socialize with people. Like, I'm extroverted, I can talk to people if given the opportunity, but it sometimes feels like I don't belong with those people. And when I say those people, I mean like people in the beauty community, because I feel like I have to look a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain way. I see them, they're in a full face. I'm already embarrassed because like I only did eyeshadow, and I did normal eyeshadow, I consider, which is like a nude, some glitter. Not what I'm about to do. Because I thought I'd look stupid. I thought we were going natural today, you know? And I thought I'd do a night look at the end. But sometimes I feel like I can't connect with people who are really invested in this entertainment industry, because they don't go on the subway, you know? They take Ubers everywhere, they have Gucci, and like, I have a less than $100 outfit total. This was a $10 thrifted shirt. And I'm very proud to have that, because I'm like, that's a win for me, but I don't know how other people feel. Like, I don't know if they judge me, because I've been judged before. I think everyone in this industry has been, especially in like LA, and just in an area where it's like, it gets competitive. Like everyone is in the millions of subscribers, which I'm not, and I'm glad I'm not, because sometimes I feel like once you hit that 1 million, it can just go over your head. Point is, sometimes I feel like I don't belong in that community. And I know it's like weird because I feel like I'm being judged by them, but I'm also judging them just based on like how they dress and how they look. But it happens all the time. Like I've heard stories from my friends who are online who say like, oh yeah, creators with this amount, like over 1 million, who are your faves, they don't even bother speaking to me or like responding to my DMs, and they don't invite me out to things just because I don't have 1 million. I just don't like that because I think it's very inappropriate. And I know I shouldn't judge off of first impressions, but it's something we all do. If I see a group of people who look in all black and they all have designer stuff and they're all just staring me down with like badass ponytails and makeup, I'm gonna feel a little intimidated. But at the same time, I will say I was very surprised to see that there were people who felt real in that group. And when I say real, I just mean like you don't care about that stuff. Like, yes, you're in the entertainment industry, but that's not all you're defined by. There's more to you than that. You don't judge people based off of just numbers and what they do online. Apparently, it's very hard to come by in this world because, I mean, y'all have heard the horror stories on T-Spill. So it was just nice to make some friends who didn't care about that stuff. And if anything, I really connected with the PR team the most. So the second part of the night when we went to the dinner, I decided to do this look instead because I was like, no, normal eyeshadow is not who I am. This is who I am always. I don't like doing nude, cut creases, like that stuff. It's not my vibe, so I just showed up as genuinely myself. I didn't want to pander to anyone and be like, oh, I should look a little more normal for them. I will say getting ready was stressful as hell though, because I tried a new technique and I really should not have, and I had to do my makeup 3 times in order to get it right. But some of them were surprised because they were like, oh, green! Like, that's a color that exists. It's not just pinks and nudes. And I think I saw an increase of twice the amount of designer items, which like, okay. It's not a bad thing to have designer stuff. Like, I recently just bought my first Gucci belt. Granted, it was $100 on Depop and it was vintage, which I'm very proud of. I'll show it to you all soon. I just don't like it when people have like the name brand. Like, I don't like logos. I don't like the print. It just feels like boasting your wealth and fame. And from how I was raised, I've always been taught that that's not an attractive look because typically, at least in my culture, the rich people, the truly rich people, don't have to boast their wealth. Like, they're hidden. And I always have more respect for that, so that's what I want to be one day. So it was like half of the side I didn't even talk to them because it was just a big dinner table. Like, when you went up, it was just this beautiful, rustic, like tons of wood, tons of flower. It was beautiful is all I'm gonna say. Oh, this is a little, I'm gonna lower you a little. The food, hold on, let me get the menu because I freaking kept it. So this was the menu. To any New Yorkers, that is the place. It's Thursday, November 4th. It had, I can't read all half of this stuff, so I'm just gonna do a little scanny scan and you can pause because this is all Italian basically. Yeah, there's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 course meal if you count like the individual dishes. I didn't have to pay for any of it and I'm very happy for that. But that stuff was so good. Might I add, half of them didn't finish the food, and like, personally, I'm offended by that because I am never one for like sending food back or not finishing it. I just think it's wasteful. And I get that like there's 12 courses, but like, listen, the portions are very small. And before anyone says like, oh, because there's a lot of courses, like, no, you take 2 bites and your dish is done. It's one big plate that's shared amongst like 20 people, so it turns into like 3 bites for you each. I don't know about you, but I can eat. So when I found out that everything was being sent back, like they had a whole steak and I think 3 pieces were taken of like 12. And I was like, it's all gonna go to waste. But then I look around, turn around, and I see that there's 8 boxes of leftovers. And I was like, who takes them home? And the team was like, you have to because you're the only New Yorker. I was like, oh my god, you shouldn't have. There's 2 of us. The other person who is my friend who goes to NYU, by the way. I don't know if y'all know her. Barefaced Femme. She also lives in New York City, so both of us gotta take home the leftovers and the flowers, and I'll get to that soon, but it was just like, it pays to be in New York. What I was really happy about was how cool the team was. So when I was at the dinner, I mainly spoke to like 2 people, 3. And I eventually learned that they were the people who run the Instagram and the TikTok. They're the ones who respond to me, who see my stuff. They're the ones who sent that PR package. The one that like made me cry because it was a subscription for plants and a book called Rare Plants. I don't know if y'all saw on Instagram, but like when I got that package, I was like, no one's ever done something so personal for me. And then I DM'd them like, you need to thank, who do I need to thank for this package? And they're like, me, this whole team. And then it turns out the whole team was there. So I was just very happy. And I just felt more comfortable at the dinner because I felt like I could just talk to anyone. Like I could talk about anything and the team didn't judge me because like they're in their 20s and 30s. Doesn't mean they can't relate to me. And we talked about everything, like our acne growing up. We showed our before and after images of like high school to now. I talked to them about how I love Taco Bell unironically, and they related, and I was like, thank God, like I could talk to y'all about real stuff and just anything and you won't care. Cause I felt like at the event I couldn't do that. Granted, Selena was right next to me, so I was like, maybe I should have talked about Taco Bell in front of her. Oh, Remy, what is this? You like Selena? He's slipping on the back. You're so cute. You're so cute. You know that. So it just felt good. Like I saw them as my friends. Hopefully they see me as friends. And I think the most important part is like this company is actually a genuine company. Like they do care about people. They care about the creators. I told them like, why did y'all pick me? Like I'm not someone who posts about beauty all the time. And they said, we notice everything you do, Frederic. We're tracking you. And I was like, okay. Define tracking. One thing I do want to say, Rare, is please make this blush less pigmented. It's fine. I know how to fix this. This happened the first time. Also, if you're watching, I can't find my eye primer anymore, and I really liked it, so if you could send another one, that'd be very sweet. But like the brand is just cool. Like first of all their products are good. They donate 1% of all their profits to mental health organizations. Like they truly care, and I could feel that when I was talking to them. And compared to other events, this just felt personalized because like you're sitting next to the team. All right, I need a second. This looks like shit, so 1 second. Okay, overall that dinner was amazing, and after that, so we had to take home the leftovers, and they also had to take home the flowers. So they bought like real flowers for the event, and they told me, Frederic, these are going in the trash can no matter what, so you might as well take them home. So I took 2 flower vases home. Unfortunately, one of them like blew up on the way home because I had them all in cardboard bags, and I was getting a little bit confident that... What was that? What was that, Remy? I got a little overconfident that I could hold all of it, so one of the vases unfortunately broke out right as the subway came to me, so I was like, I had to ditch it behind. But at least the subway was a little pretty. So that was the whole... Hey. Bad. Don't bite my brushes! Oh my god! So that was the event. I do want to mention like some other ones that I've been to because this month I've been going to a lot more. So there was one for Shake Shack. Stop biting my brushes. That didn't feel as fun just because there was like a lot of people I really didn't know, and I only talked to one of my friends who was there. I did meet some people, but then like one person who was a well-known New York City TikToker, they tested positive for COVID a few days before the event and still chose to go to it. So that's where I lose respect for all of you, because I'm like, it's clear to me that you care more about making connections and building a name for yourself in this industry than people's lives. Which I totally understand, you know, you have to hustle, but that's not the life I want. I don't think you have to put people in danger in order to make a career for yourself. And I'm not listing names just because I don't care to. But if I wanted to, I could. I'm not. But that's my whole point. It's like, at first glance, you think they're amazing. Everyone's first impressions, everyone is always on their best behavior. Like, everyone is so nice. They come off almost fake nice because it's like, no way y'all are just this. Aha! Oh my god, I love your outfit. Like, come on now. I can see through that. I've always said it only matters the second time you meet them, if you even meet them a second time, because people always say, oh my god, we should totally hang out one day, and then they never follow up. Luckily, I haven't really had to deal with that. I just find that New York City people are more, how do I say, normal, like less fake than LA. Sorry to y'all. I'm burning bridges already, but I just don't like being around people who care only about making content and becoming famous. To me, it's a little weird. I do judge you if you're like that. And I don't care because I just don't think people should be like that. I also went to the House of Gucci premiere. Let me know if you want a video on the movie because that's a whole other story. I didn't get invited, I was a guest, but nevertheless, that was my first red carpet event. But at least that Shake Shack girl wasn't there. If I see you, I'm calling you out next time. There's a mini they gave me. Look how, like, oh, it's so cute. All right, Selena, let's see how highlight this can get. Oh, okay. This is my first time trying the highlighter. Oh, let me know how y'all like these types of videos. I can always talk about more stuff like the House of Gucci event, and I can just go back to talking about shows too. That's fine. Or art videos. I promise they're coming. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos whenever I feel like posting. Turn on my notifications because you turn me on. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That was not out of this. That was not from the script, Frederic. You're done. You're done. I'm done. I love you all. Everything is less than 3. I'll see you all next week. Bye!